All right, today we're diving into a project that's really flipping the script on how we think about conservation. It's called Remembering Wildlife, and it's built on an idea that's as simple as it is, well, radical.
And it all boils down to this one simple question. Can buying something beautiful, a gorgeous book you'd be proud to have on your coffee table, actually make a real, tangible difference for animals on the brink of extinction?
Well, the folks behind Remembering Wildlife have a very, very clear answer. Look at this mission. It's not just about asking for money. It's about creating something of incredible value, and then using good old-fashioned commerce as the engine to drive conservation forward. What a goal, right?
So you're probably wondering, how on earth do they pull this off? Well, it all starts with the product, and we're talking about absolutely stunning, world-class art books. These things are masterpieces in their own right.
This whole thing started from a single heartbreaking moment back in 2014. What began with one book about elephants just exploded. It quickly became this whole series covering everything from great apes to wild dogs. They even published one during the lockdown. It just goes to show how a powerful idea can really catch fire.
So, what's the secret sauce for these incredible books? Well, it's a massive team effort. Get this. Over 300 of the world's absolute best wildlife photographers, we're talking legends like Art Wolfe and Steve Winter, donate their images for free. They call themselves Wildlife Photographers United, and they're basically giving back to the very animals they've dedicated their lives to. It's amazing.
Okay, so a beautiful book is one thing, but turning it into a fundraising powerhouse, that's something else entirely. And this is where their model gets really clever. It's all built on this idea of trade, not charity.
And this is the core of it all. Remembering Wildlife isn't a charity in the traditional sense. It's a social enterprise. It acts like a business. So instead of just asking for a handout, it sells you something you genuinely want, with the promise that 100% of the profits go directly to conservation. It's a value exchange. It just makes sense.
The process itself is so transparent and smart. First, they use Kickstarter to pre-fund the printing costs. That means they never carry any debt. Then they sell the books and other products. After covering their super lean costs, the team works from home to keep overheads way down. Every single remaining penny of profit gets sent out to the field. Simple as that.
And when you put the two models side by side, the difference is just striking. A lot of traditional charities can have really high overheads, and sometimes they hold on to funds for years. The Remembering Wildlife model, though, it's built for speed. It's nimble, it's fast, and it gets the money to the projects that need it, like right now.
Now, you might think this is just a passion project that got lucky, but that's not the whole story. This success is not an accident. It's by design. Behind all that passion is a really smart, data-driven business that knows exactly who its customers are.
See, they're not just throwing these books out there and hoping for the best. They figured out exactly who they're talking to. You've got your art collectors, your serious photo enthusiasts, and even corporate buyers who are looking for a gift that actually means something. And let's just zero in on that corporate buyer for a second. Companies today are terrified of being accused of greenwashing. They need to prove their impact. So Remembering Wildlife comes in and provides a solution, a beautiful gift with verifiable, reportable data for their ESG goals. It actually solves a real business problem, making it a total no-brainer.
So we get to the big question. Does all this slick strategy and this cool business model actually work? Does it make a difference on the ground? Well, let's connect the dots from the profits all the way to protection.
The numbers really do speak for themselves. They've sold more than 55,000 books all over the world. That's 55,000 people who decided to buy something amazing to support a cause they believe in.
And those sales, they've translated directly into funding for 80 different conservation projects. We're talking about boots-on-the-ground work being done in 34 countries, from Africa to Asia, the Americas, Europe. The reach is truly global.
And here it is, the big one. All of that has added up to over $1.58 million being sent directly to the field. That money isn't just sitting in a bank account somewhere. It's out there right now, helping to protect the very animals you see in the books.
So what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just a feel-good story about some pretty books. This could be a blueprint for a whole new way of making a difference in the world.
The key really is this powerful combination. You create a high-quality product that people genuinely want to own, and you pair it with a mission that's totally transparent and direct. What you end up with is an engine for change that doesn't need to beg for donations, it just works.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big idea to chew on.
In a world that's getting a little tired of the same old charity appeals, what if the future of doing good isn't about giving? What if it's about buying your way into making a difference? It's a pretty powerful thought. Thanks so much for joining me.